As heavy rain poured down and cool winds filled the air, Raghav's tiny food stall was packed with customers eager to enjoy hit hot spicy Maggie. Hey Raghav, your Maggie is absolutely amazing. Thanks brother.
Seriously, your spicy Maggie is way better than the one we get in our college canteen. Make me one more plate. And don't forget the extra cheese.
Sure ma'am, right away. You should open another stall near our college. You'll easily double your earnings. Maybe one day. Right now, my dream is simply to turn this little stall into a bigger one. This small Maggie stall was the only source of income for Raghav's family. He had no idea that a single decision was about to change his life forever. At that very moment, in a luxurious air-conditioned office, politician Bhairav Singh sat comfortably in his revolving chair. So Mohan, enough small talk. The election is right around the corner. Tell me, what's the public mood? I want to know from you. Sir, the mood is exactly like a groom's farewell after the wedding. What do you mean? It means people are desperately waiting to send you away. Yesterday's youth interaction program had only 14 people. 8 of them were your own security guards, and the other 6 were simply standing under the tent to escape the heat. People are not excited for you. I have ruled the entire area for 5 years. How can people forget me so quickly? That's exactly the point, sir. For 5 years, you only ruled. You hardly did any work. Shut up. I know exactly how to remind people who I am. We'll do something so big that everyone will be talking about it overnight. Then why don't you make one of those trending social issues reels with a popular song? Stop giving me your useless ideas. I have found the perfect plan. Just before the election, we'll widen the road through the main market. People will think I am the hardest working leader they have ever seen. But sir, there are shops and houses on both sides of that road. Some of them have been there for generations. Mohan, when you want to harvest a big crop, a little grass has to be crushed along the way. Early the next morning, before the sun had fully risen, the peaceful marketplace was filled with fear as bulldozers rolled in. Please stop, sir. Have mercy. My family has owned this shop for 3 generations. Don't destroy it. Government orders. The road is being widened. Whatever losses suffer, you'll receive compensation. Now move away. What government order? We never received any notice. Doesn't the law matter anymore? You can't do this. Stop arguing. If you keep talking, I'll teach you the law myself. Driver, why are you just standing there? Move the JCB forward. Come on. The giant bucket of the bulldozer crashed into the first shop. The roof collapsed with a loud crack, and the entire market erupted in panic. Just then, Raghav came running with his wife Sudha. No, please stop. Don't destroy my shop.
Please, sir, please. We are begging you. This shop is our only source of income. My father-in-law is seriously ill. If you destroy it, we will lose everything. Please be kind to us. Please, for God's sake.
Move aside. Save your crying for someone else. If this shop is going to be destroyed, then that bulldozer will have to run over me first. Okay, driver, move forward.
No, Raghav. Please move away. Please move away. No one is going to listen to us.
Enough of this drama. It's government work. Once the road widened is complete, you can come to the office and claim your compensation. Now get away. Carrying the shattered pieces of their dreams, Raghav and Sudha returned home. Raghav sat on the floor, holding his head in despair. It's all over. They reduced my shop to rubble in just a few minutes. How are we supposed to survive now? How will we feed our family? Son, don't lose hope. What's done is done. The government will surely give us compensation. Be patient. Once we receive the money, we'll build the shop again. Compensation? Father, what world are you living in? We are never going to see a single penny. Bhairav Singh is only fooling people to win the election. He has taken everything from us. Don't say that, son. God will make things right. Have faith. How can I not worry, Father? Today we don't even have enough money to get by. When you owned the ration shop, you trusted everyone and kept giving groceries on credit. And what happened? One man took goods worth thousands and disappeared to another city without paying. Somehow I managed to start this little shop and keep our family going. And now, that's gone too.
Raghav, if someone took advantage of father's kindness, how is that his fault? During difficult times, families support each other. They don't blame the people they love.
Sudha's words struck Raghav deeply. Realizing his mistake, he lowered his head in guilt. No matter how difficult life becomes, determination always finds a way forward. Using the little savings they had left, and after Sudha pawned her jewelry, the couple managed to set up a small roadside food cart.
Here you go, Raghav. I just finished grinding our special homemade spice mix.
Thank you, Sudha. If you hadn't stood by me, I don't think I could have found the strength to start again.
Oh, come on. No need to thank me. Just get cooking. Look, customers are already coming.
Smiling again, Raghav quickly began chopping vegetables. The irresistible aroma of spicy Maggi filled the air. Raghav brother, look, we finally found you. Where were you?
Exactly. We searched the whole market, but now here Elle smelled this good. Make us the same 2 plates of extra cheesy Maggi. We always order.
Just give me 2 minutes. Customers happily enjoyed Raghav's famous Maggi. Raghav and Sudha smiled with relief, grateful that their livelihood had finally begun again. But suddenly, the loud roar of a motorcycle echoed through the street. Well, Maggi seller. So you are settled down here now? We thought you would disappear for a while after losing your shop. Looks like business is doing pretty well, huh? Jagga brother, we have to earn a living somehow. We somehow managed to set up this small food cart. Doesn't matter whether it's small or big. The rule is simple. If you want to run a cart in this area, you'll have to pay weekly protection money.
Brother, we have only just started today. We don't have any money yet. Haven't you people already made us suffer enough?
Hey lady, the men are talking. Stay out of it. Raghav, hand over the money quietly. Or else... Or else what? The moment Arjun's firm voice echoed across the street, everyone turned around. Or else what exactly are you going to do? Now you have started extorting honest people who are simply trying to earn a living. Hey Arjun, do you even know who you are talking to? Yes, Bhairav Singh's pet goon. Not a goon. I am his right-hand man, and we are not extorting anyone. We are simply collecting the area's tax. Tax? This isn't tax. It's nothing but bullying. If I ever see you anywhere near the food cart again, not even Bhairav Singh will be able to save you from me. Now get lost! Jagga glared at Arjun, silently threatening him with his eyes. Then he started his motorcycle and rode away.
Thank you so much, Arjun bhai. You saved us today. Otherwise, they would have destroyed this cart as well.
There is no need to thank me. I was simply doing what was right. Arjun was a well-educated young leader. In the upcoming election, he had emerged as the people's last hope and was preparing to challenge the corrupt Bhairav Singh head-on. As the days passed, Raghav's food cart became popular once again. But his growing success started bothering those who couldn't stand to see him rise. Boss, what is happening while you are in charge? That fellow Arjun is crossing all limits. People are starting to fear you less and admire him more. What happened? Speak clearly. That Maggi seller has become fearless because of Arjun's support. People are calling Arjun their savior. They even say he'll defeat you in the upcoming election. I told you long ago, sir. You should have focused a little more on actually working for the people. Mohan, keep your advice to yourself. In politics, a few enemies are bound to appear. But I know exactly how to silence them. Just give the order, boss. Tomorrow morning I'll take my men, teach Arjun a lesson, and smash that Maggi seller's head too. No, Jagga, not in broad daylight. The election is too close. We need to do something that crushes Arjun's pride without bringing any suspicion on us. Then what, sir? Burn down his cart. Brilliant idea, sir. If you do that, the public will definitely garland you. Really? With shoes, sir. If someone sets fire to a poor man's livelihood, people won't vote for you. They'll protest against you. Let them shout. They'll make noise for a day or two. Then they'll forget everything. Maybe the public will forget. But the day someone actually throws a shoe at you, you'll remember it for months. Pour petrol over the cart and burn it to ashes. No cart, no business, no hero. Once his livelihood is gone, Arjun's image as a savior will fade on its own. Don't worry, boss. Before sunrise, there will be nothing left but ashes. In the silence of the night, while everyone was asleep, Jagga stood outside Raghav's house. Raghav's newly built Maggie cart was parked outside, covered with a tarpaulin. Holding a can of petrol, Jagga quietly walked towards it. He opened the can and slowly poured petrol all over the cart. You were flying pretty high, weren't you? Raghav, it's all because of your so-called savior. Jagga struck the matchbox and tossed the burning matchstick onto the cart. Within seconds, the entire cart was engulfed in massive flames. Fire! Fire! Raghav's food cart is on fire! Somebody help! Hearing the screams, everyone rushed outside. The moment Raghav saw his burning cart, it felt as if the ground had disappeared beneath his feet.
No! No, what has happened? No!
My cart! Somebody bring water! Someone save my cart! Amid the chaos, neighbors formed a line and began throwing bucket after bucket of water onto the flames. Hurry, pass the buckets! This little water won't be enough!
Raghav, don't go near it. You will get burned.
Let me go, Sudha. Let me burn with it. What's left for me now? Once again, everything I've worked for has been destroyed. Why does God always test us like this? After a long struggle, the fire was finally brought under control. But by then, the entire food cart and all the cooking utensils had been reduced to blackened ashes. Raghav, I'm deeply sorry about what happened last night. But believe me, Bhairav Singh will be held responsible for this. I don't have the strength to fight anymore, brother. He's a powerful politician. I'm just an ordinary man. People like us are born only to suffer. You are wrong, Raghav. An ordinary citizen has more power than he realizes. After all, it's people like you who put leaders into power. Just then, they heard voices coming from outside. Raghav's regular college customers were standing outside with several of their friends. And beside them was a brand new food cart. You two here? And is that cart for me? Raghav brother, this is a small gift from all of us at the college. We collected money together and got this brand new food cart made just for you. I can't accept something like this.
Please don't refuse us. And there is more. We have already received permission to set up your new food cart right outside our college. Everyone is waiting to enjoy your delicious Maggie again.
Overwhelmed with emotion, Raghav couldn't hold back his tears.
You all have been nothing less than angels for us. You have given us a new reason to smile.
Please don't thank us, Bhabhi. Helping one another during difficult times is simply what humanity is all about. Then what are you waiting for? Yes, brother. Bhairav Singh was relaxing comfortably in his office when the sound of police sirens echoed outside. A police inspector entered the office with his team. Mr. Bhairav Singh, you'll have to come with us to the police station. How dare you? Do you even know who I am? Hey, don't you dare touch our leader. One phone call and your uniform will be gone. Save your threats. We'll deal with your influence later. Right now, we have solid evidence against your leader. And he's under arrest. Evidence? What evidence? We have recordings from the CCTV camera installed in this office. The footage clearly shows and records you ordering Jagga to burn down Raghav's food cart. The color drained from Bhairav Singh's face. The police arrested both Bhairav Singh and Jagga and escorted them out of the building. Outside, a large crowd had gathered, raising slogans against Bhairav Singh. Standing among them were Raghav, Arjun, and Bhairav Singh's personal assistant, Mohan. Mohan, what are you doing here? Traitor, you planned all this, so you have switched sides now. I didn't betray anyone. I simply corrected my mistake. I left a greedy politician and choose to stand with an educated, honest leader. I'll not spare you. Go ahead, leader. Otherwise, I'll expose every one of your dirty secrets right here in front of everyone. The police vehicle drove away with Bhairav Singh and Jagga. Raghav thanked Arjun and Mohan. I don't even have the words to thank both of you. You have done so much for me and my family. Raghav, there is no need to thank us. I only did what every human being should do. If we don't stand by one another in difficult times, how will society ever change? The darkness of injustice had finally come to an end. Once again, a gentle rain was falling. Outside the college gate, Raghav's shiny new food cart was surrounded by happy customers.
Raghav bhaiya, 3 plates of my special Maggie. Quickly! I want Ankit to finally understand why we keep praising your Maggie so much.
Sure, man. I have to admit, it smells incredible. What's your secret ingredient? I'm excited to know. Sorry, brother. That's a secret recipe. Hey, Raghav, brother, don't tell him your recipe. Otherwise, he'll open another Maggie stall right next to yours. Everyone burst into laughter. And with that, our story comes to an end. Now tell us in the comments, what's your favorite way to eat Maggie?